welcome back to Jim's Garage Toys. Today on my 2006 Scion XB, I'm going to be installing a Weapon R engine dampener. So I bought this actually a while ago, probably 9 months ago, and just haven't gotten around to put it on. So today's the day, it's going on finally. And it doesn't look like too difficult of an install. I was kind of looking down through the instructions that they came with. Kind of nice that Weapon R actually included some instructions, and it's a relatively quick and painless process, and it's a matter of I do have to pull off the strut brace so I can put a brace that they include, and it mounts to the top of the strut. So I'm going to see if I can loosen the bolts first and just get it in there. I don't have a high percentage of confidence that that will work, and if not, I'll take off the wiper cowl real quick. Only takes about 10 minutes, if that, to get it off, so it won't be a big deal breaker having to do that. And I'll get that bracket mounted, and then I have to support the oil pan, the engine, with my jack and a piece of wood. Just get a little pressure on it when I loosen the engine mount. And they supply 2 new bolts that bolt into that to secure the brace for the other side of the dampener. So I will go ahead and start. We'll get everything going here and see what we can do. I don't anticipate it taking too long to get this done, and we'll go from there. So appreciate everybody checking in, and let's have a good time. So we're going to get started here on our Weapon R engine dampener, and it is going to be located right here on the strut. And the first thing that we need to do is mount this bracket right there underneath the strut brace. Okay, first thing to do is pop these covers off of the windshield wipers. Adjust this a little bit. Get a little better idea what I'm doing. So, the 2 covers that sometimes I can just get them off by my hand, just like this. Let's just pop it off with a quick little grip of them. Okay. And then there's the, oh, that's a 12, I think it was a 14. Now what I got to do is drop the hood. Set this down. Lift this up. And then you can easily pop the wipers off then. I can raise the hood back up. And we have much better access. Okay. So now what we need to do is pop all these little plastic snaps there. So to do those, I find that these little plastic interior tools work real well on most of these types of things. And pop them, and then these will break on you too, like that one just did. I buy the bags on eBay by the 100. So some of these are designed like this one with a smaller interior snap pin, and sometimes it's hard to get that out. So sometimes I'll just sacrifice it and get the whole thing under there. Kind of stretch it a little bit, and then I can get under the pin, so you can kind of see how that's two pieces. So this right here, these go into the hole, and then this goes into there and spreads them. So okay, all right, so those are off. Now there's two smaller ones right down here in the corner. These I like because these are easy. The inside piece pops up. You see this? So the inside piece right here pops up really easily, and there's actually a little indentation for a small screwdriver or something. So, and there's one of those on each side. Those are for bigger holes though. Now, that is off. So now all those clips, this one actually is split. So, but so it allows you to kind of bend it. And it just bends and twists and pops out. So that's out. Normally, I would take there's just 3 bolts that hold the wiper motor on, but since I just have to get to these couple bolts here, I'm just going to undo a few, and I think I can lift this enough, lift the tray enough that I can get to it. So we'll give that a shot. Let me grab a 10mm. People get intimidated by taking off the wiper cowl, but it's really quite a simple job. I'll have to take off more than I thought. It's such a stiff tray that I just do it so you don't have to fuss. So there's three quick wiper bolts. You can see how quick and simple that really is to take off. So now this whole wiper motor is loose. So you just want to take off the plug, just pinch the little lever on the back of it, and the wiper motor's out. So easy. So simple. Literally takes seconds. Let's see. Let's make sure. So now that the wiper motor's out, we can get the rest of these 10mm bolts out. Look at that. Bada bing, a bada boom. It's just so easy. It's not easy. So now this whole tray is loose. So now I can get down under there. So if I had to take the whole tray out, there's a little clip right under here that holds the wire harness to it. And I loosen that clip and I can get the whole thing out, but I don't need to. I just need to have the room to get to it, which I can. So let me get proper. Now, this will allow the strut brace. So if you were installing a strut brace or doing new struts or springs or coilovers or any of that, you'd have to do all this at this point anyway, because you've got to be able to get these nuts off so you can get to the struts and stuff. But right now what I need to do is I just need to place this right here under this. I'm just gonna lift that up. Okay, now take off the little OEM one so I'm not stacking them. Okay. There we go. All right. Now the brace is on. So that's literally the only thing I had to do. To take off the wiper cowl. It's just to lift that enough so I had room. There we go. That's in the right place. So now, just got to put all the 10mm bolts back in. But I think before I do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this loose, so just in case if I need to get in here, because this is where I'm working, if I need to get in there, need some more room, and need to raise this up, I can go ahead and take those nuts off and do that. I'll put this on after I get everything else situated. So the next step, now that the bracket is there, the next step is to install the dampener. So it's going to go like this up under there. So now the trick will be to get this bolt and the dampener kind of mounted up under there. Let's see if just undoing these screws allows me to move this bracket out of the way. If I could see down there a little bit better, it would be amazing. Oh, no. Okay. I was hoping that bracket was just going to come off, but okay, well, that's still better. Now at least I can see. Hey, look at that. Okay. So, I got, oh, I got this. What do I do with my wrench? Oh, there it is. So, this is a 17 on this side, and an Allen wrench. No, so it just doesn't fall off, and I'll do the rest later. So, okay. So, now that is mounted. So the next phase is, here's the mount. So it's going to get mounted right to this position. So before I undo that engine mount, I need to support the engine with a jack. So I will go ahead and get that placed underneath it right now, and we'll come back up top. So these two bolts right here, these two 14mm bolts, is what we need to loosen. So we can put our L bracket like that. So, and I'm guessing, yeah, so okay, I need to loosen the 10mm bolt first right here. Okay. Interesting. Well, you wouldn't think that did anything, but some kind of engine vibration dampener. So now need to take off the two 14s. Okay, there's one bolt. And here it comes. The second bolt. Okay, so okay. Now, this okay. Oh, I see. I think. Okay. I was wondering. And they supplied this one other bracket, and now I see why. I think. Yep. I think it goes just like that, just to take up that space. It's kind of recessed there, so then this will go right over that, and it came with 2 bolts for this purpose. Okay, so 2 new bolts there. So these will go right down in through there. Let me see how big I need. Okay, right there. So this is 8mm. There we go. Well, so far this is a lot simpler. Like when things go smoothly. Those are nice and tight. Okay, so now, oh, I pinned it. There it is. As I say, kind of trap the dampener up against there for a second. Okay, so now we got to do the same thing. With this as we did the uphill side here. There we go. Luckily I got a little more room here and I can kind of see what I'm doing a little better. Get my get threaded on there. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's starting to snug up now. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. So, okay. That is now installed. So I can put this, I can mount this back up here, and that will be on. And then put our wiper cowl back on. Sweet. Okay. So now, actually I can pressure off the jack. The motor mount is bolted back in. Go ahead and get these else is going to do this, know that gotta take the wiper cowl off. Save you some trouble. Okay, so the pan is back on. Now we can put the motor back in. They just use the longer 10mm bolts. Tight. Plug it in until it snaps. And now the motor's in. Final piece to the puzzle. Again, these are in 2 pieces. It's a lot easier. So they just kind of snap up under the windshield and they snap down into here. So we have our 2 bigger ones that go in the corners because these holes are big. And they snap right in. Comes back to placing the wipers back. So stick it on the arm and then see where it sits. See, it's sitting a little high there, so pull it back up, rotate it a little bit on the spindle, a little bit too low. There we go. Just get it to where it's essentially lined up. Maybe I gotta bring that up another notch. I like them horizontal. That'll work. And then pop the hood back up. Access the just screw the nuts on and snap on plastic covers. That's all there is to it. So, snug. Plastic covers for the nuts. Snap them on. There you go. All done. Look at that now. And there it is. So, let's see if I can shine a light down there so you can kind of see. So you can see. I'm trying to get the camera so I can see it for you. So right in there, so you can see where we're wired into that brace, or bolted into the brace, and then down here, that bolted into that one, and then we got our two bolts that go right into the engine mount. So there we go. So pretty slick. So, all right. And that is the job done for today.